And come on in and enjoy this beautiful rosemary. I'm just making sure that you're there. Ah, good. Okay. There's such a long delay on this. So welcome, Akasha here. Welcome to the Spiritual Weather Report. We're going to take a look at what are the energies going on right now and how you can help plan your week, your day, taking care of yourself, what choices you make for what you do this week and what you don't do this week is just as important. So please welcome this sacred space and enjoy a little bit of this rosemary. Rosemary is extremely cleansing, and I've been here doing some energy work beforehand, so welcome into my sacred space. Welcome into my infinity healing chamber. I'm very honored to have you here. So, hi Sylvia. So we're going to go right in now and dive in. It's a really fun week because we have not much going on. What a big surprise. I know. We've had so much. Here we go. So are you seeing my slides? You are. Excellent. There we go. We've had so much every week, something new, adding to something else, complicating that, things being pushed to the surface. And so, yay, we are having a breath. However, that doesn't mean that there is nothing going on. It means there's nothing new adding to the mix. But we have the full moon still happening, and we still are in that destiny shift from the North Node in Uranus that we talked about in the beginning of the month. And so there's a lot of things happening, plus we're moving towards something really, really beautiful. Okay, looks like we're in the wrong place, so give me a moment here. There we go, yay! Okay, so this week I do want you to take a breath. I want you to give yourself some time. Don't be thinking about what you need to do spiritually, for work, for money, for the house. I don't care what it is. I want you to take a break. It's August, which used to be summer. Now it's going back to school, sadly. But August has, in the North Hemisphere, has that energy of just being slow, being on a siesta. So do that. Give yourself this beautiful opportunity to breathe, just sit and breathe. And then you're going to, watch your mind and how it's just running you ragged. All right. So next week, we're going to do a crown chakra activation because on Monday, the 22nd, we're going to have this really cool thing happening. So we're in Leo season. That's the sun sign. It's a fire sign. It's been giving us a lot of energy. And you've either been feeling it as confidence and feeling positive about yourself and feeling creative and energized and like you can stand tall, or you've been feeling mad at other people and roaring at them, or feeling that annoyance of misuse of power. Okay, there's a balance and unbalanced state to everything. You want to find your position in that. So it's really awesome. We really needed this awesome Leo energy. It also holds a lot of power, like things like detaching. Okay, don't worry so much. Don't be so attached to what everybody thinks, and so on and so on and so on. So what I want you to do is you're going to be leaving that fire energy. So think about this week and say, okay, how can I utilize this Leo energy? How can I utilize it? Look at the last few spiritual weather reports I did. They're very powerful and they have a lot of energy in them about the Leo, about the North Node, and the royal, and the awakening, our collective, and that means personally too, destiny path having a shift. So that's been getting a lot of fire, but it hasn't really shown up yet. All this month, okay, we're going to be having this energy slowly downloading, slowly integrating into our minds, into our emotions, into our bodies, into our belly, into our third eye, who knows where. This energy is about, for you, what is your new shift? What is the shift in your destiny? For me, on my astrological chart, It's happening in my house of career. So that means most powerfully for me, it is going to show up, but not only in and around there, a new direction. All right. How, where, all those details, that's outside. This is the big energy that's holding the space for us. This is causing the weather, right? For Chris, it's a change in destiny in his health, which is really great because what we see coming on the horizon is a stronger, maybe faster, more positive, and externally supported healing from his seizure, which is quite exciting to ponder. And we can see ways that he's been getting better for a while, like for a month or so, to a month and a half. So you have to know what yours is. And then, even if you don't, okay, then you do know that for everyone, and you're a part of the collective, you're a part of the all, you're a part of the eternity, you're a part of infinite, you're part of source, you're part of God, you're part of goddess, you're part of everything. You're not the one and only shitty piece of spiritual energy that isn't good enough, okay? And I say that because I know so many people have spent most of their life fighting against that lack of self-esteem and lack of worthiness and lack of confidence or feeling safe, really, to speak up. So the fire energy, what can you do with it? What can you use it for this week? Where are you feeling less energy? Where are you feeling wanting a little boost of personal self-confidence or creativity? Look into that, where you can draw from that this week. Then also prepare that you're going to go from whatever's happening for you now and whatever's been coming up with this new destiny path, you're going to start moving into an earth sign. And Virgo is very organized and very, is very responsible and very reliable and a lot of other things. Okay. So what you want to do is just know that you're going to be making that transition. Don't get caught off guard. That's one of the reasons I'm doing these calls, is because we really need to understand this. It'd be like walking into a huge rainstorm and not seeing it and wondering why everything is wet. Right? We do that with energy because we can't see energy. And unfortunately, right now, there's a massive amount of manipulation and desperation going on, and people are using spiritual language to sell their programs and to hardcore push people into decisions. You don't need to make any decisions that you aren't ready to make. So I'm giving you permission right now to use this Leo energy to take it in and look around anywhere in your life. Intimate relationships, even people that you like that you watch their podcasts like me, or books that you read, or other people. Where have you given your power away? Because next Monday, we're going to have this interesting crossing again and activation, so to speak, like going past and turning the lights on to one of these 4 royal stars. And if you think about the royal star, then that energy tells you everything. This is to activate the royalty in you. Well, what is royal? It's worthy, it's divine, it's your true self. Now on earth, we've perverted the idea of royal into power over, right? Power over you. I'm the queen or the king or the president or the nobleman or the landlord or the whatever. And you see, this is the same dynamic all the way down to family relationships. Used to be the man was the king of the home and you better not cross it, and so on and so forth. So this is a paradigm. It's a way of seeing things that we need to break. And I believe part of activating and crossing this royal star, which holds the energy of royalty, yours, and it holds the energy of the whole of your crown, right? You think about crown, your crown chakra. People put crowns on their head because they knew metals and certain stones and certain leaves and certain symbols. They tied them on their head, or they put them on their head made out of gold, or whatever way, or if it was a feather headdress, doesn't matter. Those were all to enhance and activate the crown chakra, which is one of your biggest portals of connection to other realms and information. This is Venus, and I wanted to share it with you. This is one of my photos. I wake up at around 4 a.m. almost every day. This happens because there are higher parts of me and other realms are working with me in different ways. So I go and I look out all the windows to see the moon, and the moon's been, of course, full, and it still looks pretty big. And this is the sunrise coming up, and Venus, the morning star, which I just love. This is from my balcony. And I'll show you this. And this is the full moon. This was 2 nights ago, I believe. And the star directly above it, not the blue little light being, but the white star is Jupiter. So right now, Jupiter and the moon are hanging together. And it's very awesome because Jupiter is the brightest planet. And it's the planet of expansion, good luck, good fortune, you can do it, and all that good stuff. And if you think about that, its proximity to the moon, it's playing with the full moon energies, means that it's even taking that super moon that we've been in and expanding it. So what are you getting from the supermoon? That's still going to be an energy you want to pay attention to this week, because as that moon is waning, and just this morning it was still up, I was looking at it and I could actually see that it was waning. It was starting to get smaller. However, it's still so bright and so close, and it's playing with Jupiter. So this was right around the full moon or just after, and this one was this morning. And it's funny, it looks full, but it wasn't. And see how close they were? So much closer. So whatever energies the full moon is bringing right now, or the moon, and that's feminine energies, that's illumination, right? If it's full, that is full disclosure, seeing it all, ripeness, walking in, illuminating things for you, and bringing your intuitive feminine self online. So please do a lot more of that. And then think about this. Being this close to Jupiter, it is bringing in that expansive energy of Jupiter. And Jupiter is my planet, and I absolutely love it because it's good luck and good fortune and abundance and expansion, and you can do it. And it's just this amazing feeling. But you want to watch what's expanding. So are you allowing the illumination of your divine sacred feminine or your intuitive self to expand, like the people in the Intuition Awakening are doing right now? Stunning, stunning class, just stunning. Wow. We did Akashic Records readings on Saturday and just blew the roof off the house. I can tell you that much. Holy wow. And so think about that. The energies of Jupiter are very close to the energies of the moon right now. What the two energies mean, what are their energy, what's their essence, what's their personality, and in what position are they? That's what we're looking at. So are they behind you? Are they in front of you? Are they playing with somebody? You know, last week we had a little bit of Mars energy, so you might have felt a little irritated. But all these things are having an impact on you. And right now, the 2-3 days after the full moon, we get very, very high tides on our beach in front of us. So next week, you're going to want to pay attention starting around the 20th, which will be this week, which is why I'm telling you about this. And I want you to just go, oh, good. This is the end of this fiery season. And you take a breath and you float in the pool, or you visualize yourself floating in the ocean, or whatever it is you want to do. Have that lazy, relaxed, not a big agenda time, and receive from Leo, and receive from the full moon, and receive from Jupiter, and allow all these energies to light your path and clear your path while you're resting, while you're relaxing. You're on vacation while they're packing your stuff to move you to your new destiny. Your new destination is a really beautiful way of thinking about it. So also, what do you have in the way? What would you like, Leo, or the fire energy right now to show you is in the way of you owning your own power? The biggest problem with owning your own royal power, there's a couple of issues I see in clients. So because I believe that this means it's activating a new level of your royal nature. I say nature because it is your nature. We are eternal. We are source. We are no different than everything else we put on a pedestal. It's just our conscious mind that we're trying to figure everything out from is the most dense, smallest, most focused, and most limited part of us that is trying to make everything happen, create and manifest everything by pushing 3D around and expecting more 3D to pop out of it. And we've been so trodden in listening to everybody else, from our families and our governments, from our fears within us and the patterns we bring from other lives, like don't speak up, bad things will happen, or you'll get in trouble, or who knows what. All right, this is what I see inside of people in classes and in sessions. I see the energies and the ones that are coming to the surface that really want to be pulled out, like the thorns that have been pulled out. So if you're going to be your own authority, and we've been being told this for a while, but this is one of those beautiful opportunities. There's an opening coming up the end of this weekend, and early next week, for you to have more help stepping into your own authority, owning your worthiness, owning your wealth, owning your power. Now, if you feel powerless and you have no money, you don't walk around going, but I have no money and I'm powerless. So how am I supposed to own my power and my wealth? Because that's not what somebody who is owning their royal nature says. They stand up tall. They know it's their responsibility to take the wealth that is here, to take the kingdom or the queendom, the reality that they are creating, and it's up to them to see, why is it a mess? Why am I stuck with no money? Why am I in this phase in my life? What is ready to change? And you step into being your own authority. When you are a benign ruler, a loving ruler of your own body, your mind, your authority, you feel like you have that power now. You're not waiting for the church to tell you what to do, or the school to tell you what to do, or the president to tell you what to do, or the government to tell you what to do, or your sister, your brother, your daughter, your husband, your wife, your mother, whoever. You got to cut it out. If you're royal, you know that it is a massive responsibility, which is another reason why people avoid it. One, you think badly of royals. You think it's a bad thing to do. You think you're going to be a bad person if you are powerful, if you are wealthy, if you are whatever, but only because we've seen people misuse power and wealth. It's not what wealth is for. Wealth is meant to be shared, not to be hoarded. Okay, so you need to be born, and you need to bring your loving nature. You need to bring that part of you that says, no, I won't play that game again. I won't go into my royal power. I'm going to stay in my heart. But you don't have to keep them separate anymore. We don't have to be spiritual and poor. We don't have to be a poor healer, or a poor psychic, or a poor love person who, gives love or does creativity for a living. This is silliness. It's nonsense. It's pure illusion that we've all bought into. But it's because we're living along to everybody else's rules. So to me, this is also going to have a huge impact on the global stage. What does that mean? It means that globally, since this is a change in our collective conscious, our destiny path, that means also this particular royal star type of energy is going to be affecting it. And I think it means that we're seeing more and more of the powers that be try to pass more restrictive laws and cut down on people's freedoms and restrict your movement and restrict your medical freedom and restrict your ability because they're, of the inflation restricts what you can do and your freedom and things like that. And that restriction, even though we're in the age of Aquarius, which is freedom for the individual, it's the restriction happens first. The restriction goes, no, you can't change. We're going to lock down more. No, you can't think for yourself. We're going to lock down even more. And all the punishments, from the extreme things like being burned at the stake or beheaded or outcast or whatever people used to do in the olden days, all the way to being belittled, your reputation being ruined, being criticized, being made fun of, losing friends, losing money, losing jobs. If you step into your own power, if you speak your mind. I have a beautiful client. She's amazing. She worked somewhere for 20 some years, I think. Um, Excellent at her job, well loved by everyone, but always felt like she was never speaking up or that no one would ever listen to her voice. And finally, she's having her awakening, and she's awakening to her powers. I can't live like this anymore. I can't limit myself anymore. I can't live the old me anymore. And all her changes and all of her inner work and the work we do. And she decided to speak up. And she went in and she spoke up, and she did it eloquently and beautifully. And her ideas were received, and her it was very good for like a few minutes, and then she was fired. Okay, so she knew immediately though that that was the best path, even though she had to walk through maybe the humiliation or thinking about, is this really humiliating, or unhooking from those energies. But this was a step towards her royal nature, towards her authority. She couldn't do this job anymore, and she didn't need to. Energetically, she was done. In her path and her purpose, she was done. She had contributed, she had learned, she had been empowered. Now she needed to take off those clothes and metamorphosize into a new person. So it takes time to get used to it, to work through the negative and fear voices that pop up, but what will you do? And maybe you should have, and doubting yourself and all of that. And we see a lot of that in the intuition awakening camp, because we're moving so fast, so forward so fast. There we go. We're moving forward so fast in awakening, because right now these energies, which is one of the most powerful things, right now in our evolution, everything is breaking down very quickly. So it means you go into depression and fear very quickly, and then you come out of it very quickly. And then you have this. We did a new process that I took everyone through to enter the Akashic records, which is like the Akasha is the fifth element, where everything about you is stored, and you can ask for quick answers and questions. And it was amazing. I mean, absolutely stunning. People were stunning themselves as it was pouring through them, and then the feedback they were getting from the other person on how accurate they were. And you could see along the way they were doubting themselves, but it was like, just keep moving. And that's what I mean. Like, after you do that and you get the feedback, and then you have all that love around you, you walk out of that space a different person. You have owned more of your authority, more of your worthiness. You trust yourself more. So we're evolving into claiming our own freedom, but we have to do that from a calm, centered place. You want to be in your heart. You want to be in clarity. You want to be ready for this connection for your crown chakra to open in a week. So what can you do in this relaxed and beautiful week to visualize and dream and imagine? What would it be like to stand up and feel worthy, to know that you actually are the ruler, quote unquote, of your reality? And no matter where it is right now, no matter what mess it is now, or what part of it you like or don't like, or what you can't see the solution to, none of it matters. Because if you're taking over and stepping back into your royal nature, you're going to stand up in the middle of whatever's going on, and you might actually say, damn, it's pretty beautiful. My life isn't that bad. Now we can start moving forward. Or if you truly feel like you're buried in a bunch of crap and you have no power, no money, and no way out, and everything sucks every minute of the day, then you're going to need to look at that, because that is the prison for your true power. It's that part of you that keeps telling you, but everything sucks. Look at the bad, find your wounds, stay there. All right. So these are things you can be preparing, working with, letting come up, healing, loving, releasing into the full moon, because you can't access the higher vibrations, the higher worlds, and the higher powers if you're walking around in a mind and a body that's filled with lack. And this is the part that just seems so hard to grasp. I didn't get it for a long time. I thought, well, why do I have to, tone up my light body or understand that I have different structures in my light body that have to function together in order to, awaken my intuition and talk to my angels or whatever? Can't I just sit here and want to talk to my angels? Or can't I talk about how much I've suffered and how long I've worked hard at it and don't I deserve it yet? No, that's the cosmic joke almost, is that none of the higher realms gives a rat's ass how much we've sacrificed or hurt or suffered. Not from being mean, but that doesn't make us worthy. And that's another thing. A person standing in their royal nature, they don't think that they have to suffer and sacrifice. In fact, they need to be taken care of. They need to be supported. They need to be at their optimal in order to be their best for their kingdom, for their reality, for their world. They can't be like, oh, I know, I'm so depressed, but I am the king, but I'm not going to really do anything because it's just a big mess and I'm just going to leave it there. No. That's the beauty about this power. There's responsibility that comes with it. You stand in your power, you can't just go wing it around and go tell everybody what you see intuitively without their permission or in an inappropriate way. You can't just assume you know automatically what something means when it comes in and run off willy-nilly and then go, but it didn't work. You have to stay calm in your center. Okay? And so whatever needs to be bathed in sacred silver moonlight, okay? Let that go and prepare for your crown chakra opening this weekend. Get ready to switch your mind from poor to rich. And I would seriously practice your visualizations. Do your mental rehearsal. It's very powerful because you'll notice where you're not able to stay focused or where you're not able to really see or feel a part of the vision. Then you know you have a block. Then you don't get mad that you have a block. You go, good, I found the block. And then you do some cleaning. You call the full moon in. So the star energy connects you to guardians. Okay, there's royal star. And so because it's right there on the cusp of Leo and Virgo, that means you've got fire guardians and you have earth guardians. And it feels to me like we're moving from one phase of our evolution and going to be delivered this weekend from our fire guardians, from all the stuff we've done all fall, all spring, pushing everything up to the surface and all of this change. We're ready to be something new, but we don't know how. So we're just going to allow these guardians. They hold wonderful energies. A lot of them similar to Jupiter, like good fortune and abundance, that royal nature, being your own master or leader or authority. Where can you be the leader in your life? Can you be the authority? Can you lead your mind, or is your mind leading you? Are your emotions and your body leading you around, or are you mastering them? It's time for you to decide for yourself and trust your inner self, okay? So keep noticing your change in your destiny, our big shift into a higher destiny path and a new direction and a connection to our higher selves. We're still seeing the external environment shift. It hasn't fully downloaded and it certainly hasn't integrated. So I believe you're going to see this new destiny path unfolding all the rest of this year and beyond. But right now is the concentrated time of it coming in. So you can tune in and see what is it that is optimal for you to know, to be aware of, to release, to receive, where you might be blocking what's happening. So this week is calm, and you can feel the full moon and the ongoing activation and download of that Uranus North Node activation, redirecting our collective destiny. And if you would like to come to a session with me, this is a current special. It is a Awaken Your Intuitive Powers. It is 2 sessions. It's a 60-minute session and a 30-minute session. Now, we've had people asking, could I just do a 60-minute or a 30-minute session? And so we're going to send you the way to do that you could do a session with me about any topic for 60 or 30 minutes, and you just will have that one button. All right. This one is on special right now. And I've had clients who, because we're doing the Intuition Awakening Camp right now, it really is prominent. However, you can just go to shop.nanakasha.com and you'll see it. You don't need that big, long, crazy link there. Yikes. Okay, there it is. So the private sessions we do with whatever is optimal for you at the time, and it affects everything in your life. So if you come for self-love, or for finding a soulmate, or if you come because you're having pain and you need physical healing, or you want to understand your physical healing path, or if you come because you're awakening and you don't know what to do, or everything's falling apart in your life, yay, and you want help walking through the path, if you want to find parts of your soul that have been broken off and lost or locked away in you. I've seen so much, and the other parts of your soul are healing as fast as you are right now. You're the pinpoint channeling this evolutionary energy that we're in here, accelerated energy, into your ancestors, into your soul. You are channeling this into every other part of your soul. Now, every part has the free will you have to receive it, right? So if you want to do a past life session, we do those. If you want to do soul retrieval session, if you want to do a money session, like where are my blocks to money, or fears around money, or belief changing, it doesn't matter what it is, the topic. So we're going to be putting on this website on the shop, to make it clearer and easier, is I just need 30 minutes with you, or I need 60 minutes with you. Okay. If you have any other questions about that, you can let me know. And also, I would really love if you would share with me what is really hot right now for you. What is the most important thing that is happening for you? Because I have so many products, I have so many ways that I can help you, and I only have so much time. And the messages that are coming to me right now are to create more packages that you can do. You can just buy and do it. And so I have courses. I have the Pineal Awakening and Soul Star Awakening, and Released, wasn't that one, and a half, and the Goddess Sanctuary, and the Angels of Abundance, and meditations, and mind rewiring audios. And these are all on the shop. However, there's a shift in how we're seeing and perceiving things. So I want to know how you're perceiving it. Like, what I really need is something that I can put on and it says day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, and that way I will be committed to stay with my change with my program, or something like that. Whatever it is, your ideas are greatly appreciated. You can send them to support@nanakasha.com. And if you're on the email list at nanakasha.com, fantastic. If you want to subscribe here on this channel and get notifications for anything that we do live, which we do a lot of. And now let's do a little activation. All right. Good. I wanted to keep these a little shorter, and this is just such a beautiful, soft energy right now. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath in. Hello, beautiful. Hi, Julie. Hi, Brittany. Oh, that's great. I was just seeing Julie say it's a perfect week for your break. Yes, it's a perfect week for a break. And that really summer feeling, lazy feeling, reading a book. Fifth house, creativity, where Uranus is in my chart too. Ooh, so you're going to have a big destiny shift in your creativity. Fantastic, Julie. All right. Take a nice soft breath in. Bring it in through your heart. Draw it up through your throat. Feel it spreading through your head, your ears, your eyes, up through your third eye, out of your crown, and let it go. Now feel, you can even do it with your hands. Gather some of this energy. Gather some full moon energy. Gather some Jupiter energy. Gather a little bit of this Regulus royal star energy. Gather some of that. Gather Uranus into here, some awakening. What is this awakening? What is this change? Now gather them in and breathe them into your heart. Again, feel and watch and sense them moving over the throat, the shoulders, and out the arms, up through the head, higher and higher into your 8th chakra. And when you let it go, feel it like a rain coming down on you. A soft rain of all of those energies, just the perfect ones for you. From the moon, the silver goddess ray, that abundant rabbit, that rainbow, that love of your womb and your creativity. And feel Jupiter expanding, bringing happy, good fortune. Feeling Leo. Feel little drops of fire. Breathe them in. Draw in that energy standing tall inside of you. Feel that mane of fire open. See from the light. Feel your connection to the sun and the moon coming in, talking, balancing, dancing, moving through you. Allow all of these energies to soak into you. Now expand your senses out to whatever other energies are optimal for you this week. The divine breath, that loving heart. Feel the awakening of your inner authority, authenticity. Feel yourself receiving so deeply of these energies that you stretch like a cat and you fully receive like a cat and you enjoy it. And then you release it and go into rest, cat nap. You feel the purr, and the purr vibrates through you and starts to move into the earth, and the earth and the fire, purring, vibrational healing, moving through you as you rest. Relax into the moment and send this message, standing in your Leo positive ego, standing in your royal divine self. I'm ready to rest and receive. I'm ready to receive and renew. I'm ready to release and be empowered. I'm ready for my new destiny to download, and I allow it, accept it, and harmonize with it in peace and play. Now feel yourself resting and healing and enjoying like a cat through this week. And then see yourself Saturday, 2022. And you wake up and you feel your royal nature pulsing through your central channel before you even open your eye. And you sense your crown tingling, buzzing, moving. You smile and the smile spreads through the body, pours down and spreads out. You feel your heart. I am home. I am the ruler of my reality. I am the creator of my body and my mind. I am that I am, and I'm ready to walk and talk in this new frequency, in my new royal nature. I feel the abundance, the steadiness, the calm, trust. I am anchored so firmly within myself, my truth, that I am connected to everything I need to rule with love, gracious, kindness, support, creativity, innovation. I am self-guided, I am self-nourished, I am self-directed, and I am one with Source. Now take time to walk into your day, to really feel yourself embodying. How would I feel in this conversation? How would I feel making breakfast? What would I do differently? Wear differently? How would I speak differently? What would I release from my life? What would I look to embrace? Accept, acknowledge, and activate your new destiny, your royal nature, and your crown connection to your true spiritual blueprint and powers. Take one more breath in now. Gather again the energies, bring them into the heart, breathe them in. They go out the arms and they go up and they go down and they spread out through this cross of light. I am that I am. And I accept. Bring your hands in front of your heart and feel these parts connecting. Put them on your heart, over your eyes, and on your crown. And stay with this activation as long as is optimal for you, because it's quite deep and powerful, and you can repeat it all this week, even this weekend. And it's an excellent way to prepare. One of the things we want to do is get ahead of this energy and know, what could I do to take advantage? I had this huge aha just yesterday, I think, or the day before, that knowing when these things are going to happen sometimes can be kind of frustrating. Like, oh, this isn't a good time for you coming up to make money or something like that. You see the energies. And instead, I thought, wow, what it really is giving me is an opportunity to prepare. if there's an opportunity in 6 weeks for you to get known or to be seen or to connect with a partner or whatever the opportunity is, and you knew right now, would you prepare for it? Energetically, spiritually, even in the physical world. All right. Namaste, my loves. Have a beautiful and blessed day. I hope to see you soon. I hope you'll come to the intuition camp or come get a session. And please send us an email. Let me know, what is your hot thing right now?